Because people don't buy into content, people are buying into solutions. You want to be able to solve somebody's problem, however that looks like, right? You may provide a service, you may provide product, or you might just be an amazing, positive person that just has that helps pour into other people.
Most people think credit is about borrowing.
Because credit is not about debt, credit is about access, right? Better interest rates, business funding, investment opportunities, lower insurance premiums, home ownership, cash flow, right? And once you understand that, I mean, the opportunities are limitless.
It's the man with the plan, Coach Darius D. Brown.
And it's your girl, JoJo Brown. And this is Keeping It Real with the Browns, where we keep it all the way real.
All the way real. And you guys see her in the flesh. Queen B. It's been how many months? It's been a minute.
I don't know.
It's been
like
a minute.
6 months or something like that.
But she
too
is
long.
back. Yes, too long. But she's back. Hubby, I've been holding the fork down. You know what I'm saying? We've had some amazing guests on our platform.
Yes, you guys have. Or we have. Because this is still Keeping It Real with the Browns. So I am a Brown.
It's still Keeping It Real with the Browns, man. And we're going to keep it all the way real. But before we even get into it, man, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share with someone that you know that can benefit from this value, because we all about providing the value in real time,
100%.
right?
Yes. And this is Road to 10K, isn't it?
This is the road to 10K, man.
Yes.
We appreciate the love and support. Yes, indeed. Man, but before we even get into it, man, listen, you guys know we've been in a season of heavy momentum, sharing value from business tips, credit tips, life tips. But today we're going to be giving you guys some value, some game on, you know, how to be able to not only leverage your credit, but leverage your social media platforms, leverage your social media presence, building that authority, right? Building the right systems, right? Again, systems, saving yourself time, energy, and money. All right. So I want to read this to you guys. So, you know, everything sticks, everything, what we share, it allows you guys to understand that we're not just giving you guys this value just to give it to you, right? It's strategy behind the madness. It's levels to this, right? Mm-hmm. But we don't want you just to be watching this episode and watching each episode week by week and you're not doing anything with the information, right? Information is the fertilizer to our wealth, but applied information is going to shift and move that goalpost, all right? Now, everyone wants more money, but very few people have the systems to keep it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on exactly how we've used credit, business strategy, and social media to create income and build a sustainable legacy, not only for ourselves, but for our family, right? We don't just live by our first name, we live by our last name, pushing the envelope to change the next generation's life and their future, all right? If you've ever wondered where to start or why you've been stuck, this episode is for you.
That's good stuff. And I kind of want to jump in there too and also add one thing that I've learned is that making money is one skill and keeping it is another, right? Building wealth is about one big opportunity. It isn't about one big opportunity. It's about creating systems that continue working whether you're working or not.
That's good.
Right? And those are the kind of the things that we're going to get into today as well. Because as entrepreneurs, we sometimes spend years chasing money, right? But we never stop to build assets. So that's the difference between what we're going to be talking today and sharing the value. And, you know, it's bigger than just making money, right? It's what you do with the money. It's leverage, it's access. And so I'm excited to share some gems on that today.
That's good. That's so good. So good. I mean, as far as you mentioned that, you hit it on the nail, on the head. But why do you feel that mindset? Why do you think mindset is essential? Having the right mindset is essential before even trying to build a business or start generating income.
Well, your mindset isn't enough, right? I feel like your mindset gets a lot of attention and it absolutely matters, but mindset without action becomes wishful thinking.
Right? Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Your mindset without action becomes wishful thinking. So you have to act on it, right? Systems are what allow your mindset to produce results consistently, right? So your mindset is everything. I remember kind of going back to when, we started this whole thing, one of the biggest things that you will always train your mentees, including myself included, was we gotta start with the mindset, right? We have to start with the mindset. You weren't training us on the systems yet. You weren't training us on, the processes yet. You were training us on mindset. It was it Mondays? Mondays was the days we would always do like mindset training. You would do mindset trainings because it's so essential on running a sustainable business, especially as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, running multiple figures of a business, right? If your mindset is not where it needs to be, and if you're not taking the proper actions, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
That's good. So you guys heard it from the queen herself. Mindset. You can watch everyone on social media get into the bag, building a luxurious lifestyle. But again, they had to shift this, right? However, success is subjective, right? It's, hey, listen, you want a big house, you want nice cars, you want to look nice, wear nice clothes, whatever success looks like to you, go for it. But understand this, if you don't have this, you're going to fumble it every single time. Every single time. Not just mindset, but ensuring that you're working on your personal development, right? Personal development, investing back into yourself,
yes,
right? Going to conventions, going to seminars, investing, reading, getting the right mentorship, right? Getting into community of people that are going to not only hold you accountable, but again, iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
Right? You got to be in proximity of people that are like, yo, like I'm chasing greatness. I want to be better than I was yesterday. Make sense? So that's good.
The goal is to be 1% better each and every day, right?
1%.
Right? Move that needle forward. People often ask us, how are we so consistent with like business, content, webinars, serving our clients? And the truth is, we're not always motivated, right? But we made a decision that discipline has to lead when motivation leaves, right? So you have to make that cautious decision to say, like, let me tell you, building an empire, you're not always going to be motivated. You're not always going to, but you have to make the decision that you're going to be disciplined enough that on the days that you don't even want to push forward, you're going to push forward anyways, because that's where the magic happens. So that was a bar that I got from him.
That's a bar. That's a bar. What do you think is the biggest mistake entrepreneurs make before they even start building?
Trying to make six figures on a $10 habit.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to elaborate on that, right?
Wow.
Right? So if you don't have systems in place, if you don't have CRM, if you don't have proper guidance and mentorship, right? If you don't have these things in place, then your business is not going to succeed, right? So you can't just get up and say, oh, okay, I want to start a business. Okay. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even a month into the business, you're like, okay, you got that motivation because you started a business. You get that excitement, you get that. But then a month later, a couple of weeks later, whatever have you, you're like, dang, but I ain't make no money yet. I'm not making the six figure yet. Okay. Entrepreneurship, being a business owner is not always glitz and glad, my people. I'm here to tell you. Okay, this is keeping it real with the Browns.
That's a fact.
Okay, but you have to remember your why and why you decided to start the business, why you decided to invest in yourself, why you decided to become an entrepreneur, right? And then you have to get the proper tools in place so that you can be able to create a successful business. But most importantly, one thing you always say is a sustainable business, right? So yeah, trying to make six figures on $10 habits. We can't do it. You got to have systems in place. You got to have CRMs, follow up, budget, Mentorship. Why? Because having the proper mentor who has your best interests at heart is going to save you time. It's going to save you mistakes that they've already made, right? It's going to save you all of this. They're going to put you on game. So yeah, that's the biggest mistake entrepreneurs make.
In order to play, you got to pay.
That's to pay.
You got to pay. Scare money don't make money. You got to invest back into yourself. You got to invest back into your business. Your business doesn't move until you move.
Yeah.
So if you don't move, like Jocano just mentioned, if you're trying to get to 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever that is, but you're not even investing in the systems, investing into mentorship, you're just doing yourself and your business a disservice. Your business is not going to move until you move. And once you understand that and you have the systems, again, the systems is going to allow you to be able to continue focus on building on the business, not necessarily being in the business. Make sense? So a lot of times people feel stuck or are stuck, right? Because it's a difference between feeling stuck and actually being stuck. Where people are actually stuck because you're not investing back into your business, or it might just be a personal development thing.
And I think that's where it goes back to mindset, right? It goes back to mindset, because you have to understand that in order to have a successful business, you're going to have to invest. And I think that once people identify like, wait, I gotta pay this, I gotta pay that. People, this is not paying a damn bill. This is an investment in yourself. Okay? Like, you have to invest in yourself so that if you really want to come out on top, you know what I'm saying? You have to invest into what you mentioned, the systems, CRMs, personal development. Personal development is so crucial. Personal development allows you to walk in who you are, in your purpose, and be confident in it, right? So, I think it all goes back to a mindset thing, because if your mindset is, if you got that poor mindset, that small mindset, then guess what? You playing small. But if you like, you know what, go big or go home, or like I posted yesterday, we not playing small.
We're not playing small.
We're not playing small.
And not just that, also having a scarcity mindset.
Scarcity mindset.
And this is why it's crucial. It's imperative that you are selective and you listen. Vet your relationships in this season. You can't be accessible to everyone. You got to, especially when you're building something powerful, something dynamic, you can't be accessible to everyone, because people start projecting their fears onto you, their scarcity mindset onto you, and it's easy to slip back into normality. It's easy to slip back into what you work so hard for to pull yourself out of that.
Yep.
You slip right back into it because you're around individuals that's thinking small, thinking with a scarcity mindset, right? So again, be careful. Be unapologetic with it.
Yes.
Trust me, when you make it, when you get to the next level, they'll be right there applauding, right? You got to be the change that you want to see, right? You got to be the person that says, you know what? Every day I get a chance and I get a choice. Right, I'm shifting my mindset, but today I'm making the choice, the permanent decision to level up in all areas of my life. So that's good. Now let's get into mindset, everything that we're talking about right now. This is in our mentorship program.
Yes.
So if you want to join, we'll have the link in the description below. You can book a call with us. We'll go over your goals. We'll map out where you're at, where you can be. Again, it's just about taking action. And then we're doing now every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? This week, it's completely in Spanish.
Espanol,
baby, right? Because we have a dynamic community, our Hispanic community that needs our service as well. They need assistance as well. So Jocano will be conducting that this week. And then next week, we'll go back to our English Zoom call.
Yes, these are Zoom webinars, and I have to highlight, this is absolutely completely free to you. So
no bait switch, none of that.
Exactly. So we are literally providing you the value. We're giving you strategies. We're literally putting you in position and putting you on game on these calls. So We're firm believers that, listen, it's on us to provide the value. It's on you to execute it. But again, every single Thursday at 7 p.m., we are hosting those Zoom webinars, providing value on all things power of credit, business credit, personal credit, mentorship. So if you're someone who is looking to get into any of these, then you definitely need to be on those calls.
Got it. And then I just thought about it. So this recording, we're shooting this today. Today's Tuesday. So when this recording comes out will be Friday. So
okay, yes.
Of course, again, every Thursday, if you miss this week, cool. Next week, all you got to do, comment the word Zoom below. We'll send you the link and share it with someone that you know that can benefit from it as well. Every single Thursday.
Yes.
All right.
Every Thursday, can see us live and in action.
Live and in action. Direct. We're
Yes.
not giving you no recycled information. We're not regurgitating information. We're giving you facts.
Live.
Things that has shifted and changed the trajectory of our business, of our future, of our students, of our clients. We're going to give you the exact blueprint, right? So let's get into power of credit, the power of knowledge, the power of leverage, right? Most people think credit is about borrowing. It's so much more, right?
Yes.
So much more.
Yes, this is my lane, okay? I love when we talk about credit over here because credit is not about debt. Credit is about access, right? Access to what? Better interest rates, business funding, investment opportunities, lower insurance premiums, home ownership, cash flow, right? Credit is all about access, right? And once you understand that, I mean, the opportunities are limitless, right? And that's what we specialize in over here. Personal credit versus business credit, right? Personal credit says, can I trust you? Business credit says, can we trust your company? Right? And so those are the things that we kind of get into when we provide this value on Zoom calls or when we speak to our clients and get them in position for both personal and business credit.
So good. Personal credit says, can I trust you? Business credit.
Can I trust your company?
Can I trust your company? That's good.
Yeah.
That's so good, man. That is good. Again, guys, we have so many entrepreneurs, so many business owners. They are working on their personal credit, but they don't have their business properly structured, properly formatted.
Yep.
They don't even know what vendor accounts are. They don't know that they can be again, there's access. There's power in options. There's power in leverage. There's power in accessibility. Again, the biggest expense in life is what we don't know, right? And we're spinning the wheels because we're leveraging our own liquid when we have tons of resources out there that can push the envelope forward to taking your business to the next level. So again, it's up to you. Make sure you guys stay tapped in because we're going to continue to provide this value for sure.
Yeah. And let's discuss a couple of things that we see when it comes to personal credit, right? We get clients that have collections on their accounts, right? And a collection doesn't automatically define your financial future, but ignoring it definitely can. So what do we encourage you to do? Look at your credit report, right? We facilitate complimentary detailed credit analysis all the time. Why? Because we want you to be able to see your credit report and identify what is hindering me, right? Because there's always a solution, right? So looking at what's on your credit report is essential in order to get yourself ahead, both personal and business-wide, right? Attack it. So some of the things that we do is we review the accuracy of what's on your credit report, right? Because there are consumer laws that are here to protect you as a consumer, right? Understanding your options. Don't panic. Have a strategy in place, okay? Late payments. Late payments. You always want... I've learned, right? Even with us personally, I've learned that communication is everything. Right? So if you find yourself in a situation where you're like, OMG, bills are coming up, I'm not going to be able to handle that. I've learned that communication is everything. Have communication with these creditors. Give them a call. Listen, everybody understands the economic climate that we're in. Okay. You sitting there harping on it, festering on it. I can't do this. I can't. Everything has a solution. Pick up the phone, make the call. Listen, can you give me an extra 15 days? They'd much rather give you a 15 days than report a late payment and then you go ghost and now they're blowing up your phone trying to collect that money, whatever the case is. Make the call, because a late payment can have so much of an impact on your credit report that people just do not realize that. We always talk about it. We much rather challenge and remove a $50,000 collection item than a 130-day late payment. That's how much weight a late payment carries on your credit profile. Okay. Some of the other things that we look at is credit utilization, right? We always, rule of thumb recommendation is always maintaining below 30%. Brown Assets Group, we always recommend below 10%. Why? Because your utilization is one of the biggest factors of how your credit score is factored, right? Yeah. It's calculated. 30% is your credit utilizations, right? So definitely encourage you to keep it below 10%. Authorized users. An authorized user can be a tool, but not a shortcut, right? Authorized user can be a tool, but not a shortcut. So authorized user is a way to help you boost your score, right? However, you should be building your credit profile on your own. Okay. Mm-hmm. How do you do that? Get a secured credit card, build up your profile. How do you build up your profile? Make on-time payments, maintain your utilizations low, make sure you're paying, your bills on time, all your current bills, active bills, so on and so forth. Because an authorized user, again, it can be a tool, but it can be a tool that can help you, but it can also be a tool that can harm you. And what I mean by that is, you get added as an authorized user, there's no telling what can happen with that person who added you as an authorized user.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
Because today they might be sitting on a 700 credit score and they went ahead and added you, but tomorrow they may lose their job where finances take a hit, and guess who also takes a hit? So you want to ensure that you're building your own credit.
Be responsible for you. For you,
exactly. And last one is business credit myths, right?
Business credit myth.
I do have a credit myth here, a common credit myth. It says, people think they need an LLC and immediately get $100,000s in funding.
Stop it.
So I know you're about to go on this one because this is just something that we always hear and see.
Again, if it sounds too good to be true, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Right? Stop listening to these people online, man. They're going to get you guys caught up. Right? It doesn't work that way. You get an LLC, you don't need any history. You can get a $100,000 loan or business funding. History. No, you need history.
Yeah.
A lender's not going to, just think about it. Let's just be logic. A lender's not going to give you or take a risk on giving you that type of money and you haven't established any history.
They have nothing to go off of.
They have nothing to go off on. And look, I'm getting text messages right now from lenders. Right? Hi, this is Marcus from Nexus Business Funding. I am a direct lender. Because we're partnered with over 20 different lenders within our ecosystem, right? So we're talking to these lenders every single day. So when I be looking online, I'm like, and I be hearing these people say, oh, you don't need history, or you just need your LLC and EIN and you can get up to $250,000.
Yeah, you could go right into Chase Bank and get and I'm like, no, y'all are crazy.
Right. Come on.
No.
But again, they're targeting people that are oblivious to it. They're targeting people that are desperate, right? That are in dire need of.
They're getting that clickbait is what they're getting.
Right. Exactly. And unfortunately, people are falling for the trap. So you need to make sure, number one, your personal credit is substantial, right? You need to start building history. And this is where we come in. We show you exactly how to format your business correctly. We show you how to set up your Dun & Bradstreet, your profile correctly. We show you how to set up your NAV business profile correctly so we can get you in position so you can become bankable with the lenders, whether it's directly through Brown Assets Group or if we, refer you to one of our other lenders, you're covered. And you're going to, trust me, when you get the funding, you're going to be in a great position and you're going to have the knowledge and you're going to be equipped to leverage it the right way.
Yeah.
And again, personal credit, we go back because when you are looking to leverage business funding, initially, that first funding deal, you're going to be your own personal guarantee, right? So they have to go back to your personal credit to determine if you are a liability or an asset to them.
Yep.
This is why personal credit. You come to Brown Assets Group, Brown Solution Services, and you're looking to build business credit. The first question we're going to ask is what? What are we going to ask the first question when they say they're looking to build business credit?
How's your personal credit?
How's your personal credit?
Yep.
Right? If your personal credit is not A1, let's start there.
Yep.
And we can start helping you build the business credit, but we're going to get that personal credit in order.
Oh, yeah. And kind of going back to the LLC and that myth, that also goes with personal credit, because we have seen it where someone has a 750 credit score and they still get declined for a home ownership because they don't have history.
Right.
So you can be walking around with buying power. You could be walking around with 750, but if you have no history, which again, this is something that the banks look at, they're looking for credibility. They're looking for history. They're looking for all of that. And if you don't have it, if your credit history, your profile is not structured properly, then your personal credit, you're not getting a loan for a home. Business credit, you're not getting business funding. So this applies to both business and personal. I just wanted to chime in on that one.
Oh. And this is why banks lend to businesses with the right systems, right? Not just the business credit solid, personal credit solid. When you have the right systems in place, they're gonna want to do business with you. These banks, they want to give you money.
Yeah.
But you got to ask yourself, if I were a lender, if I were a bank, would I loan to me? Right? Like, how many of you, I want to ask you this question. How many of you have been denied because of your credit? Drop it in the comments. This is a safe space, right? No judgment zone, right? How many of you have been denied because of credit? How many of you have recently been denied, whether it's for auto loan, home loan, personal loan, recently due to credit? Why haven't you taken action? Like Joe Cannon mentioned, there's always a solution.
Always.
But if we're dwelling in nothing can be changed, there's always a solution. Always a solution. Right? You just got to ask yourself that. Like, you got to ask yourself, like, what am I willing to give up in order to go up? What am I willing to say? What am I willing to do? It's not a sacrifice. This is an investment to your future.
Absolutely.
Look at it that way. Like, all right, I need to get my credit right. I'm investing back into my future. Right? So, love it. So this whole framework that we're giving you guys, from your social media to having the right systems to building your personal as well as your business credit, right? Building your brand, right? All of this. Shortly, we're going to put you guys on the content game on social media, because again, you need both. You need income and you need to have credit. When you have all three, cash flow, personal credit, business credit, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. There's nothing. Listen, it's a beautiful thing when you have options, when you have leverage.
Yes.
So we're going to show you how to be able to leverage that. And you don't need a lot of followers. You just need the right systems.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's something that I've also learned with our business and with content, which is something that I know we're going to get into. But consistency is everything. Consistency is everything, from how you set up your business, your personal credit, your business credit. Consistency is just everything. And so I don't know if now is the time to get into our content talking.
Well, we don't want to skip this. We've already dabbed into it, but building a sustainable business, right? Instead of chasing money, we're just going to give you the step-by-step framework, okay? Instead of chasing money, You need to build the assets first.
I got to add to this. Income pays bills, systems build businesses.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Income pays bills, build businesses. I don't know what I'm getting tongue tied. So income pays bills and systems build businesses.
That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact. All right. So instead of chasing the money, build the assets first. Here are the assets. Your business structure. We already talked about it, right? Making sure your business is structured and formatted properly, right? Understanding an LLC versus an operating properly, right? Like, understand that you have, whether you are S Corp, LLC, C Corp, a multi-member LLC, if you have multiple members within your entity, within your organization, you need to understand like the business structure, the format, right? This is not only for the business to position you to become bankable. This is for your accountant. This is for your CPA. This is ensure that your business is constantly headed in the right direction. All right. Business banking, building those relationships, right? It's not what you know, it's who you know. You need to be building relationships with your banks, local banks. Go in there, show your face, get well acquainted with your lenders, with your bank, with the bankers. All right. Understanding cash flow, right? You're going to have up seasons. You're going to have some down seasons. This is why, again, your money will always work harder than you, right? So again, we have multiple services within our business model. So whether it's credit repair, whether it's my ebook, whether it's mentorship, whether it's referrals, right? We are partnered with other companies where we refer our clients and we get a commission from referring our clients. So we have so many different services within our business model that's allowing us to produce cash flow, income, right? Because we understand our up seasons and our down seasons, right? Business credit, this is an asset, all right? Systems, having the right systems, these are assets. The CRM, customer or client relation manager. That's what CRM stands for. If you are a business, right, and you don't have a CRM, you already behind the eight ball. Every business owner, entrepreneur needs to have a CRM.
That's how you avoid clients falling through the cracks.
This is how you avoid clients falling through the cracks. This is how you avoid leaving money on the table, right? We do weekly email campaigns every single week. We nurture those leads, right? So if you're doing everything without a CRM and the right systems, you're already behind the eight ball, right? Setting up automation, right? Automations are essential. Where you're not constantly having to follow up, let your CRM do that for you, right? So understanding why sustainable businesses survive economic downturns. This is why. We survived it. This is why we're still here and we're still building and we're still growing, right? Because we understand having the right assets is essential for our business. So you can go ahead and break down like the client experience, organization operations and so forth.
Yeah. Client experience is everything. One of the things that I do pride myself on, and I tell all of our clients, I tell all of our business partners, literally for me, a client experience is everything. Their goals become our goals, right? And so I think for us, we're so big on communication with our clients because we've been on the other side. We went through the process of home ownership, right? And we knew what it felt like, feeling like nobody had our best interest at heart. We're trying to figure out what's going on. There's no communication. We're like left in the air. So one of the things that I share with my clients and our business affiliates is that I pride myself on communication. Like literally, I get excited and ahead of myself sometimes Thank God I am a business owner, that I'm not so like, because when I see these results, the first thing I want to do, like, they're going to get those updates in their portals. But sometimes I'm like, you're going to hear from me directly. I'm calling you like, listen, I know you're probably at work right now, but I just want to share these news, because communication is everything. So my clients' experience to me, from start to finish, from the moment that they get denied to the moment they contact us because they need to get in position, all the way up to the point when they receive the keys to their home, that experience for us is everything, right? Organization within business. I mean, organization at the end of the day creates peace. Gotta be organized. If you're not organized around, you're not going to be organized in here. Okay. Leadership starts with leading yourself, right? You can't possibly want to lead someone and you don't have your ducks in order. You're not structured properly. You don't have the right systems in place. You don't, right? So leadership starts with leading yourself. Okay. And now we're going to get into the fun part. We're going to get into the content. And if you guys have been wondering where I have been, this is where I've been. I've been getting better with content, getting better with being consistent with shooting content, because that's just the era that we're in.
Yep.
It's like everybody wants to see what you're doing. Everybody. And for most people, it's just, it's how, I guess it's like credibility, right? Because it's like, if they don't see it, at the end of the day, we've learned that people do business with people they know, like, and trust, right? So what does that take? That's going to take you showing up more. That's going to take you putting yourself out there more. And I, for one, am a person that I'm very private. I like to be behind the scenes, but you gotta go with what's in right now. You gotta keep up. Okay. Listen, I'm an old school, so I'm but that's not the era that we're in. Right. And so I've learned that, with this whole content, and I want to be very clear about something. Let's stop trying to go viral and let's start providing the value. Okay. Start becoming valuable, right? Because I'm telling you right now, I can speak, I can attest to this. You don't have to have 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers to be able to make an impact, to be able to get brand deals. All you need is to be valuable and to be consistent.
That's a fact.
That is what I have learned, in this content world. Okay. Because people don't buy into content. People are buying into solutions. You want to be able to solve somebody's problem, however that looks like, right? You may provide a service, you may provide product, or you might just be an amazing, positive person that just has that helps pour into other people, right? Because you can come across a post and you just be like, wow, like, this person is really inspiring. I mean, I'm not really interested in what they do, but just the way that they build their business, how they carry themselves, how they're always providing value, how they're always, like me, I'm a woman of faith. So when I see business women that they prioritize God first, even though I'm not in the same space that they're in, but there's still an alignment there, because I'm like, oh, she's a woman. She's a boss. She's a boss queen. She's a mom. Some are wives. It's relatable, right? So people don't buy into content. They buy into solutions. Okay. Another thing that I've learned in the content world is tell stories. That's something that you'll hear a lot. Tell stories. In our industry, when we talk about stories, we're talking about lessons, wins, mistakes people make, things that we see, right? Of course, we don't disclose like names or anything like that, but we use those scenarios to share that with somebody else so that somebody else can receive that value and to help people avoid some of the mistakes that we're seeing, which is why we're so big on coming on platforms like this one to provide valuable information to you all, in hopes that you guys are taking it and you guys are applying it. Because let me tell y'all something. I be telling him too. all these gems that we be dropping, this is $1 million worth of information that you guys are getting absolutely free. When we go out to seminars and we go out and provide education, this is a way that we say, this is a way that we take and we say, this is how we give back. This is how we serve our community. This is how we serve our people. Because let me tell you something, to be able to get the information that we provide on this platform, because we just love our keeping it real with the Browns family. This is a lot of valuable information. This is life-changing information. This ain't information even that they're teaching you in school. You know, we ain't learn about it. We ain't learn about personal credit, financial literacy, none of those things. But we want to position you and the next generation to come to be able to have this information. So, yes, tell your story. Okay, this is where authenticity shines. Get on there. It don't gotta be long-winded. Like, hey, listen, man. I just pulled up somebody's credit update, and this person was on their way to receiving the keys, and what did they do? Went to the dealership and applied for a car. Guess what, guys? Don't do that when you are in the process of purchasing a home. Right? Tell stories. Share your stories, right? Stories build connection. Okay? Build trust. People rarely buy the first time they see you. They buy after you've shown up consistently. Consistency matters, right? I remember when we got into like this whole space, and you used to have to you used to always tell me, like, Joe, get in the camera, like, practice, look in the mirror, record yourself, because I just super shy, didn't want to talk in front of the camera, didn't want to talk in front of people. And we would just be in random places or events, and he would literally volunteer me without even asking and say, oh, Joe will talk. She got something to say. I remember that when we went to Miami, Florida too. You know, and I'm looking like, bro, like, you know, like, I get nervous to the point like my hands start sweating, but something scares you, listen, do it anyway, because it builds character, it strengthens you. You know, and so with content, I've learned that you got to put yourself out there. I'm still very reserved with some of the information that I share, right? Because that's probably like the private in me. But I want people to see who I am. I want them to see that I'm a boss queen. I want them to see that I'm a woman of faith. I want them to see that I'm a wife. I want them to see that I'm a mom. I want them to see that I make an impact. Share your story. Get out there. Share, put that content out there. Okay? You probably could pull up your phone right now, and you probably have content that you can repurpose and use, that you can use a picture, a little 15-second clip, and add in there what you do, who you are, right? Because people buy into you. But yes, I remember I never liked speaking in front of people, and then just with all of that consistency, showing up for myself, putting in the work, you know, even today, I was like, dang, I got to go back on the YouTube. I told you before we got on, I'm like, oh no, but you're a little rusty. But again, when you have a passion for what you do, when you know your stuff, when you know the value that you bring, it's all going to come naturally. So be confident in who you are and what you have to offer, and put it out there. Okay. One of the best ways to grow your content is through Reels. Reels are so good. And now Reels has extended it to where you can shoot content for 3 minutes. But if you're starting, you don't got to do 3 minutes right now. Do a quick little 8-second clip, 10-second clip. You know, half of them, you don't even have to say anything. People just want to see you. They want to see you, who you are, what you're about, lifestyle things. So don't be afraid. And one of the things that I struggled with that has actually helped me a lot is just being consistent with it. So we now do content batching, which is where for us, we pick the first weekend of the month. We shoot our content, and I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 different outfits. We have what we're ready to say. Some things we just don't say. We record, and then we have enough content for the whole month. Okay, shout out to my social media manager who has been doing a great job with helping me with that. But yeah, social media isn't for entertainment. It's digital real estate.
Ooh, say that one more time for the people in the back.
Social media isn't entertainment. It's digital real estate.
Digital real estate.
You can, and again, you don't need 50K followers. You just need to be valuable. You don't need you don't even need a little check, because you've seen people that got like 20 followers and they got the check. Everybody now got the little blue check. Nobody care about that blue check anymore.
Yep.
Okay,
I only care about the checks coming into my bank account.
That one, right? Which will come based off the value that you provide to somebody else.
Yep.
Okay.
That's good.
Am I missing anything? I'm trying to share everything that I've like literally learned by leveraging social media.
I was going to add to that, like, and leverage all platforms.
Yes.
Not just Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts, we constantly are on there because this is how we're getting offers for brand deals, people reaching out, wanting to partner with us because of, those shorts. Those shorts, I'm telling you, like, whether it's like Joe Canna mentioned, 8-10 seconds, a minute, man, put it out there, man. Like, leverage Facebook, leverage it because you never know who's watching. You never know. Once, all it takes is that one piece of content. And again, once it hits, keep going. Don't stop. Keep applying pressure.
Yes.
Like I said, a lot of people think doing this content stuff is easy. It's really not. It's just about enjoying it. We enjoy, creating this content for you guys.
Yes.
But it takes a lot of, strategizing, organizing. Intentionality, right? Not just putting out just stuff that's not going to be helpful to you guys, right? It's all about positioning other people to win
and finding what works for you.
Yeah.
What works for you and your schedule. But that's just the era that we're in, and every piece of content is another opportunity for somebody to discover you. Mm-hmm. So shoot the content, put it out there, provide the value, because someone definitely needs what you have to offer. Maybe it's just a good motivational, good energy, positive something. Somebody might be having a rough morning and come across your post and like, wow,
I needed that.
So put it out there. One of the things that I also want to stress really quick is this is with social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Know that all of those things can disappear. So you need to own your audience.
That's good.
Okay. And what I've learned is, even now with the webinar that we have coming up this week, when I see people write credito, because when they write credito, it's because they're asking for the link for the Zoom this week. I go onto I reply back and I ask them for their email, for their contact, right? Because again, and I add it into our CRM, because again, Instagram can go. Hell, MySpace left, didn't it? I remember those MySpace days.
That was pure entertainment, though.
Man, but I had some cool pictures out there from back in the days, and I was like, I stored everything there because I'm like, oh, we don't need albums anymore. We'll always have this. No. So we've learned now, when you want to create memories and stuff, don't depend on social media because anything can happen.
Anything, yeah.
So
that's so good. That's so good. So good.
Yes.
Yeah, collect that data, man.
Collect that data.
Exchange. All right, in exchange for me giving you this value, I need something in return.
Yes.
That's a name, email, phone number. If they're not willing to give you that, then they're not serious. On to the next. But like Joe Canna mentioned, there's been times where Instagram has gone out for a day or two, and people are like in shambles because this is how people are able to pay their bills. But again, you need to own your platforms. We own our platforms. So when we get you, my objective, Coach Joe Canna's objective, is to get you offline.
Yes.
Now it's time for us to have a conversation. Why did you follow me? Again, if you're following someone or they are engaging in your stories and you're not initiating a conversation, reaching out to them, hey, what made you follow me? Thank you so much for the support.
Yep.
Right? it's to me, it's just weird when people follow you and there's no engagement.
Yep.
Right? No, because again, I know that my social media pages are my ATM machine. Right? I'm gonna keep it real. This is keeping it real with the Browns.
Yep.
If you follow me, you're gonna either be a resource or you're gonna end up being a client or a student of mine. Right? A resource, a client, or a student of mine. I got almost 11,000 followers. Like, and we've been getting to the bag over the last 6-7 years because I understand the power of social media. Again, you don't have to have 100,000 followers, a ton of engagement. You just got to have the right systems in place.
Yes, build it up and build it up organically. So yeah. What else do we got?
Email list.
The email list.
Building the email list, right? Those email campaigns. I'm telling you, that's where the money's at.
Yep.
I'm not going to even go in depth. If you want to know more, jump on a Zoom call every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or book a call. We'll have the link in the description below.
Yes, email list so good. Text community, where you can a lot of people are big on text too, so we do that too. Webinar registrations, again, we do the weekly webinars, so we've actually seen lives change simply because someone attended our free educational webinar, right? This is why we're like, this is your opportunity. And while we're providing this value, you want to be on there, come pen and paper ready, take the notes and apply it, execute on it. Okay. Authenticity wins. People connect with perfection for a moment. They connect with authenticity for a lifetime. Remember that. So be authentic in everything that you do. Be authentic in who you are, in what you provide, and be unapologetic with it. So that is my content, my content 2 cents right there.
The value, man. Coach Jocana dropped some major game today. We appreciate it. Again, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share with someone that you know that can benefit from this value, man. I want you guys to ask instead of asking yourself this, how do I make money? Ask, what asset can I build that continues producing income?
That's so good. So good.
All right. That's what you need to invest in, the asset. Start building the asset. All right. Now let's get into these we're about to wrap up, man, but we're going to get into our rapid fire question segment, right? And we can just ask each other these questions and see, and go from there. What's one financial mistake you'll never make again?
That I'll never make again? Well, I feel like one financial mistake that I've made in the past was waiting too long to invest in myself. So where I feel like there's value, where I feel like I can learn, where I feel like it'll apply to my personal development so that I can continue to grow, and I will definitely invest in myself, because it's not only for me, it's for everybody that I serve, everybody, clients, mentees. You always want to keep learning. You always want to keep growing. You always want to keep, so that would be mine. What's yours?
I mean, same.
Yeah.
Best investment. Well, that financial mistake will be not investing in myself sooner.
Yeah.
Taking that money, going on vacation, doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to keep up with the Joneses. I was there. I was that guy. Wanted to keep up with the Joneses, and it didn't end well. So I had to learn from that. I said, you know what? Success is boring. You got to be willing to be bored 5, 10 plus years, and success is boring, but it's worth it on this side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's like I'm building my business. I'm taking care of my family. I'm staying out the way, and I'm making an impact. I'm not trying to be I'm good. I'm not trying to be in the mix. I'm not trying to be in the crowd. None of that. Right? I want to leave something powerful for my children and their children and that next generation. All right? So yeah, definitely. I mean, the next question was best investment you ever made, but personal
For
development.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
mentorship.
and mentorship, yeah, mentorship,
Yeah.
which correlates to personal development. Worst business decision.
Thinking I had to do everything by myself. Like,
Worst
yeah.
business decision.
You always say like focus on your strength and assign like your weaknesses to somebody else. Like, like I know what I'm good at, but I was harping too much on the things like the content, for example. Now I have a social media manager who helps me with that. So I don't really have to stress too much. She got me on a calendar. We do content batch. I don't have to waste time or lose potential clients and people because I have someone who focuses on that for me.
And that was light bulb click right when you said that. Worst business decision that I made is trying to do everything myself
Yeah.
and not bringing on or hiring people that were stronger in certain areas that I wasn't. Right. And that's one of the reasons why our business hit a plateau for a minute, because I was trying to do everything myself. Right. Again, we're not strong. I'm not strong in every area. Right. So now I have people in place where I'm like, all right. And now we see the business moving forward in a positive direction.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
What book changed your thinking? I will say the book that changed my thinking was The Power of One More by Ed Milet. I read it in 2022 when it was one of the worst years of our lives. And again, it was just that one more phone call, that one more follow up, that one more rep in the gym, that just doing that one more thing can change the trajectory of your life. So definitely powerful book. If you haven't read it, The Power of One More, definitely shift things for me.
I know my book.
The Bible.
How do you? I would say I am not a reader, but I read the Bible, and the Bible keeps me grounded. The Bible helps me set the tone. I'm a woman of faith, so and just diving deeper into it has truly helped me. So I find all my answers in the Bible.
Definitely. Yeah, we're in a season now where we're reading the good book like daily, man, and it's the most powerful book. Let me rephrase. It's the most powerful book that I've ever read in my life, and I'm still in the book of Deuteronomy right now, but I'm going book by book, right? Out of 66 books, I got a minute to go, but I'm taking it all in and dissecting it after 36 years of being on this earth. But that is the greatest book of all time, for sure. Biggest lesson from entrepreneurship. What's your biggest lesson?
Consistency beats motivation. Consistency. You're not always going to be motivated, but you definitely need to be consistent and disciplined.
Discipline, yeah, for sure. Discipline. You got to know. You got to understand the power of no.
It's a full sentence.
You got to understand the power of no, right? When you're an entrepreneur, you can't do everything. You can't do everything you once did before. Like, again, there's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that entrepreneurship, being an entrepreneur is not for the weak.
Not for the weak. Oh my gosh. No.
Not for the faint-hearted. You got to have tough skin in this business. Entrepreneurship, again, people make it look cute, but it's worth it.
It is worth it.
It's so worth it. So worth it. So that's good. One thing you would tell your younger self. What would you tell younger Joe Canna?
Do it afraid. Do it anyways. Do it afraid. Do it anyways. Because I've been there. Been scared to get out and speak. I've been scared to put myself out there. But it's been a beautiful thing. Been able to impact people. So do it afraid and do it anyways.
Love it. Love it.
You?
I don't know everything. And it's okay to get with mentorship, get with people that do. Right. Younger Darius, you don't know it all, bro.
Good stuff.
Yeah. What's one habit every entrepreneur needs?
To follow through, to do it. If you say you're going to do it, do it. Do it. Remember why you did it. Remember your why. Remember why you got started, and let that be the engine that keeps you going, the fuel that keeps you going. Follow through. Do it. Do it anyways.
That's good. Yeah, discipline. Discipline. Got to be disciplined, people.
Yep.
Can't go off of your mood. If you're going off your mood on how you feel, you're going to always be behind the 8 ball. When you do it, when you don't feel like doing it and you do it anyway, that's where the magic happens. It's like going to the gym. You tired, wake up 4 o'clock, whatever time you wake up, go to the gym anyway. You're gonna see the results. It's gonna pay off. You continue investing in your business and pouring back into your business and yourself, you're gonna see the results.
Yep.
Right? Focus on you until the focus is on you. All right.
Woo.
So
we got a challenge for the audience.
we got an audit. Yeah, we got a challenge. If you want to go ahead and share that with them.
Oh yeah, I got some challenges for you guys. The first one is pull your credit report. Okay, pull your credit report and see where you stand today. And if you need help reading your credit report, we're here to help you. The link is going to be provided for the detailed credit analysis that's completely complimentary to you. We'd be more than happy to help you. Okay, write down one financial goal that you want to accomplish. Okay, and 2 more. I challenge you to register for this week's webinar. Get on there. Get the value. It's a lot of valuable information that we're going to share. Okay, and post 1 piece of content this week.
That's good.
Put yourself out there. Introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are, what you have to offer. Okay, but challenge yourself to get those things done this week.
That's good. I'm going to close you guys out with this. Building wealth isn't about chasing the next opportunity. It's about creating systems that continue working long after you've logged off. Credit opens doors. Business creates ownership. Content builds trust. Social media expands your reach. Put those 4 together consistently, and you're no longer hoping for opportunities.
Sheesh.
You're now creating them. That's
good. That's so good. Well, if you guys found value in this episode, we want you guys to drop some fire signs in the comment. This was so fun.
Welcome back, Queen. Listen, this is probably the longest episode we've shot together.
Yeah.
But it's for a reason,
yes.
Right? She's been moving and grooving behind the scenes in 2026. Again, we're in Q3 right now.
Yes.
Halftime is over.
Yes.
We only got 1 more quarter after this. So it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Right? You have enough time to lock in for these next couple of months. Right? Lock all the way in. All right? Yes. Make sure you guys like if you found value in this. If you want to, make sure you like, subscribe.
Yes.
But if you are wanting to register for this week's webinar, completely free,
yes.
All right? Comment the word Zoom below, and then we'll also have a link where you can register as well. And yeah, man, just stay locked in. Stay locked in.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. I love you. We'll see you guys soon.